What is up, guys, and welcome back to Do Humor. No, we've had a leave of absence for a couple of years, and it's been pretty stressful for all the members involved. We've had really busy post-pandemic problems, but we are back, and I can't wait to bring back this post-BANLIST deck profile. Post I guess May ban list. It's basically June that it was in effect, but from an old deck classic, True Draco. I know it's not the best deck right now, but I love it, and I'll give you what I think is the best and most consistent version of the deck until we either get a diagram or masterpiece back. So without further ado, let's just get started with this. I will start out with the best True Draco card besides obviously masterpiece, but the best legal True Draco card, Dynamite Knight. Everyone knows what it does. It searches out a continuous trap. Either you can activate it or add it to hand. I say it's the best card because the continuous traps are the best traps, and in this build it's actually incredibly good to have the continuous traps because you can tribute summon during your opponent's turn. So yeah, next would be two Ignis Heats. I would love to run 3, but I just don't have the space, and this deck needs consistency. So it's basically what Dynamite is, but for the spell cards. And I play one Maiden. Now I use Maiden because I love the continuous trap effects to tribute on your opponent's turn. And Maiden searches out the other True Draco monsters. So it does give you a little surprise factor, and it's actually really good, especially if you draw into the card of demise, the one of, unfortunately, card of demise. And then the last two monsters will be Inspector Border. I like Inspector Border because going first, it's devastating. It's a floodgate, basically, and Amato Wado is pretty good, but Inspector Border just has more attack and it just does more in the first turn, and it stays on the board, which I love. Alright, up to the spells now. We got one Dragonic Diagram. Just because it's at 1, it's really good. Searches out all your cards. If it was at 3, I could probably do better ratios with some of the cards. You don't have to like run triple of everything. And then one Terraforming to search out Dragonic Diagram. Really good card. Now we play, for the other 2 Draco cards, we play 3 Heritage right here. Best card because it draws. It also pops spawn traps when you tribute it. But it's really good draw power. So it's one of my favorite True Draco cards. And then we play 2 Disciples. Now I know people like to max it out. I just did not think we need to max it out because the format's it could get pretty intense. And so you don't want to draw into these without any of the True Draco monsters. Sometimes you just want to draw power. You prefer natural draw power over this. It's kind of a slow draw power build card right here. It's kind of like reminds of like a Pot of Avarice, mini Pot of Avarice that recycles your graveyard. So it's a really good late game, but early game, especially if you're going second, like if you're forced to go second, it's not that good. Now for the spice, technically it's not really the spice, but I like the Monarch engine, and playing 3 Pantheism gives you multiple draw cards. It literally searches you out Erupt into your hand, and I really love that. And to go with the Monarch Pantheisms here, we go Monarch Stoneforth. Now why I love this continuous traps is because with the continuous traps, you could tribute summon on your opponent's turn. So if you draw into this turn 1, you could set it, use the continuous traps to tribute summon on your opponent's turn and disrupting their plays. Or if you're playing going second, you can either bait out and negate with this Stormforth, or you can actually you can actually use this to tribute out your opponent's monsters and summon your True Draco card. So it's a disruptor in either player's turn depending on what you have, and that's what I love. And it's also a discard card for Pantheism to draw 2. Really good. Then I play 2 Strikes. I love Strike because it's kind of like a searchable Solemn Judgment. For the deck, you could tribute off one of your tributed monsters and negate face-up spell and trap. So it's kind of like Hot Red, I guess. Hot Red Red Dragon Archfiend. So it's really good against like Evenly or Lightning Storm if they want to destroy the floodgates. protects it really well. So I kind of like that. And Erupt is good with this card because even if you tribute out your tribute summon monster, as long as you get another tribute monster in the next turn, it stays on the field. So it's really good, actually. And then for draw cards, obviously we got to play 2 Pot of Desires. Most cards are 3 of, at least the important ones. And for the most part, you're not going to resolve Pot of Desires first, unless you like the first card you activate won't be Pot of Desires, unless you're really bricked. So you're not gonna banish all your key pieces. And then we also play 2 Pot of Dualities and 1 Card of Demise. Now, Pot of Duality and Card of Demise are just more consistency cards. Usually, if I'm going second and we're already siding out, I will side out these cards because these cards do not let you special summon, and you know, in the side deck, a lot of good cards, especially if you're playing kaijus or lava golems, you're gonna need to special summon. So these restrict you going second, but going first, the best cards you have, man. They just set up your combos really well. Now for the traps, I play 3 Erupts. Now 3 Erupts. Heart and Soul of the deck, basically a better skill drain for the deck, searchable, don't really need to play much more skill drain like cards when you have Erupt, I honestly believe. So then we play 3 Returns, basically a Monster Reborn or a Call of the Haunted, if you want to call it like that. It's more of a Call of the Haunted for 2 Dracos, get you a big body on the board in defense position. If you tribute someone using them, you pop a monster, so it's really good. We play 3 Apocalypse. I love Apocalypse at 3 because obviously the tribute with the Stormforth combo, but it's also the only way to out big monsters that are higher attack than your other 2 Dracos. You could pop another continuous True Draco card or a True Draco monster, and you can half your opponent's attacks of their monsters that are currently on the field, and that stays for the whole game, basically. So the monster leaves the field, their attack points will be half. So it's really good getting over big bodies. Then I do play triple Anti-Spell Fragrance to round it off. Anti-Spell Fragrance just hits hard this post-ban list. You can hit Branded, you hit Sky Striker. Every deck uses spells, so it's just really good. So I love the combo of Anti-Spell and Erupt. Oh my god, if you get that, you basically win the duel. They have to scoop it up right there. Unless they main Twin Twisters or side in Twin Twisters. There's no way they can out that. Anyway, for the side deck, obviously we don't play extra deck because we are playing the Monarch engine. So you can't play extra deck. I do play 3 Karakura. It could be kaijus, but I love the fact that let's say we activate a Stormforth, they negate it. Now Karakura is live because you could just tribute off their monsters to summon it. Now that's another reason why I do not play Pot of Prosperity and Demise going second, like when we side out, because you play Karakura, you basically have an auto win if you resolve it and clear most of your board. It gets 1500 attack for each card it tributes. It's insane. Then you can summon out a monster that went to the graveyard of your opponent this turn. Play 3 Dark Ruler. Not really much to explain. Negate their board and destroy it with the continuous traps and reach your big body monsters. You play 3 evenly for back row and for basically a barrage of cards on the field from your opponent. You just evenly match them. It's either going to trigger and negate, or you got to just eliminate most of your board and win. You got Harpy's Feather Duster because of that 1. I play at 1. It's good against back row. And 2 Lightning Storms because it's good against back row. And sometimes it's good against people who forget to put their better monsters in defense position, or they can't because of links, because they're a link monster. And then lastly, we play 3 Judgment, and that is it to round out. 3 Judgment for decks that's for siding, because they're gonna use Lightning Storm, evenly match, or whatever they can to just out your floodgates. So you got Light Judgment to stop it. And yeah. That is it for the deck profile. If you guys have any suggestions for the deck, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to try to keep making more consistent content for you guys because I love showing out my deck profiles. And we'll have some different videos of different things that I have in mind, so keep out for that. And anyway, for anybody who's stuck to after all these years, I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys for supporting me and sticking by me, man. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace.